Trump is asked about Haitians in Springfield, and this is just a reminder of how terrible and dark this man is.
This was really like chilling to watch.
Springfield is such a beautiful place. Have you seen what's happened to it? It's been overrun. You can't do that to people. They have to be removed.
So you would revoke the temporary protected status?
Absolutely. I'd revoke it and I'd bring them back to their country.
So legal, again, these are, we have a great discussion about illegal immigrants, but these are legal immigrants in Springfield saying that he would send them back to Haiti.
Yep, because apparently the way that they did it, even though it was quote unquote the right way, which is what Republicans say they want from immigrants, well, since they have temporary protective status that was granted to them by Harris, according to J.D. Vance, well, that's not the right kind of legal immigration. Has nothing to do with them being black. It's because that is illegitimate. I guess they have to apply some other way, or maybe they're just not welcome at all. I just feel like what little mask they had on has slipped to the point where like the average American really should see this as what it is, which is fascism. And the fact that now a majority of Americans support mass deportation, I honestly, I'm not going to chalk that up to propaganda or brainwashing. Anyone who supports that is just a bad person. I'm sorry. I'm blaming the voters there. Because if you think that that's something that's appropriate, if you think that mass deportation can be carried out without massive, systematic human rights abuses and violence, I don't know what to tell you. So this is one of those situations where Trump is very clearly telling us what he's going to do. And anybody who's trying to minimize the threat of Donald Trump in light of this, you're being incredibly selfish. I get that Kamala Harris is not bad, is not good. But those 15, 20,000 people in Haiti, I'm sorry, but their lives should not be destroyed. They came here, they moved to Springfield, they rejuvenated a dying town, and he's saying it's been overrun. Look at what happened to Springfield, as if it was anything bad. Like, they're model residents of Springfield. They should be on a path to citizenship. That's exactly what we want. We want immigrants, theoretically, who come here, they go to church, they pay their bills, they stimulate the economy, but like they're here and they're getting demonized. There were 30 plus bomb threats in Springfield, 30 plus bomb threats. People had to pull their kids out of school. It's just so fucked up. And the fact that he's saying with his full chest, yeah, I'm going to deport these legal immigrants. I mean, I feel like it doesn't get any more clear than this. It's fascist. It's so fucking insane to me.
And it's worth keeping in mind, this is what he's doing as a candidate.
Exactly.
Like, this is just him as a candidate. So him as a president. I think it's easy to forget how fucking crazy shit was when he was president.
Yeah.
People appear to forget because the polls are way too close. Even though, yes, again, look, we could talk for hours about the issues with Kamala Harris and her campaign. And we will tonight with some of the Liz Cheney shit. But this shouldn't be a close election. Like, no. It's just wild.
Yeah, and part of the problem that people don't realize is that with regard to like Democrats being shitty is that whenever the Democrat loses an election, Democrats don't take a lesson away from that as, we should have listened to the left. They shift further to the right. It's the ratchet effect, right? I mean, after 2016, when Trump was president, he won, and then in 2020, the next president, much more xenophobic. Like, if Trump gets 4 more years after winning on mass deportation, how much worse will it get the next time we get a Democrat? Is it going to be fucking Joe Manchin who's the nominee?
Yeah.
Like, that's not the way to progressivism, right?
There is this idea that, if Hillary loses in 2016, it's going to make the Democratic Party learn their lesson, and then they're going to put up Bernie Sanders next time, and look what they fucking did to make sure he lost in 2020. Like, there's no learning of lessons here, because that isn't how the party works. That isn't how politics works. It's about power.
Yeah, so I thought that too, David.
No learning
for real.
of lessons.
I actually thought, I don't want Hillary to lose. I want Trump to lose. I hate Hillary. I won't vote for her. Like, my thinking was, but if you keep voting for her, then they're gonna think they could do whatever. In reality, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about your votes. Like, Kamala's trying to win votes from Republicans currently. All that's going to happen is things will get worse, and they'll move further and further to the right. The Overton window shifts. I feel like by now we should all have learned, but I think that a lot of people's justifiable rage with Democrats have it's really blinded them to the threat that Trump poses, to the threat of fascism. And that's worrying, because I feel like as lefties, we should be wanting to defeat fascism. In fact, that should be priority number one. But a lot of people are just willing to, let Trump win and say, fuck trans people, fuck Haitian migrants, fuck queer people, fuck women who need abortion. By the way, 210 women have been arrested between 2022 and 2023 since Roe has been overturned. Arrested. One of them was arrested for 22 days for having a miscarriage. And the reason why she was arrested is because she did not perform CPR on the fetus that fell into the toilet when she randomly gave birth early in the middle of the night. Didn't even know she gave birth. But since she did not try to resuscitate the dead fetus, she was charged with murder, literally. But a grand jury threw that out. Like, that's what's happening. So I feel like you can't just say, "Oh yeah,
I forgot about that story." Wow.
Yeah, a lot of this. Look, I forgot about that too. This is an issue with the Democratic Party. Like, why aren't they talking about this shit 24? It's just like, I know they bring up some of these stories, but this should be top of mind. Like, stories like that should be something that is readily available in our brains. No,
they're not talking about it enough.
It's a dystopia, and the fact that we're just like trying to run on joy, like, I get that nobody wants to hear some humglum bullshit. But we're in a dystopia right now. Like, we're kind of staring down the barrel of like actual fascism, and not just like a fascist in control, but like the regime starting to change with Project 2025. You can't go back once that happens.